They call Gen Z the most anxious generation in history. More therapy, more self-diagnosis, more conversations about burnout, more conversations about mental health. But anxiety doesn't randomly spike across millions of people. When an entire generation feels something at once, it's rarely an individual flaw. It's environmental design. Anxiety is not just fear. It's anticipation. It's prediction. It's the nervous system preparing for threat. So if Gen Z is anxious, what threat are they constantly predicting? This is not about blame, not about stereotypes, not about weakness. This is about anatomy. Let's dissect the environment. Previous generations compared themselves to classmates, neighbors, co-workers. Gen Z compares themselves to the entire planet. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube created a global performance stage. And here's the psychological shift. Comparison used to be occasional. Now it's continuous. The human brain is wired for social ranking, but in small tribes. When you constantly see someone younger making more money, someone fitter, someone more attractive, someone traveling, someone winning, your brain doesn't register context. It registers threat. Social threat activates the same neurological pathways as physical danger. Rejection used to mean exclusion from a tribe, and exclusion once meant death. The brain hasn't evolved out of that system. So when Gen Z scrolls, they're not just entertained, they're being evaluated. Even when no one is judging them, their mind assumes comparison. And constant comparison creates a quiet internal narrative. I'm behind. That phrase alone can trigger chronic anxiety. Gen Z didn't just grow up online, they grew up documented. Their awkward years are archived, their opinions time-stamped, their growth searchable. There is no clean slate. Every post becomes part of a permanent identity record. This creates something new. Identity hyper-awareness. Before posting, many ask, how will this be interpreted? Will this age badly? Will this be used against me? Will this get backlash? Even silence is strategic. Psychologically, this creates cognitive load. The brain is constantly running social simulations. What if I say the wrong thing? What if this gets screenshotted? What if I get cancelled? When expression becomes risk management, authenticity becomes exhausting, and exhaustion feeds anxiety. Because anxiety thrives in over-analysis. Gen Z lives in an era of fast judgment. Clips go viral out of context. Tweets resurface years later. Moments become labels. There's less room for nuance. So communication becomes cautious, over-explained, over-edited, overthought. Many Gen Z individuals rehearse conversations in their head. They draft messages, delete them, rewrite them, wait, rethink tone. This isn't indecisiveness, it's social threat anticipation. The nervous system asks, will this make me unsafe? And when social safety feels fragile, anxiety becomes default. Gen Z entered awareness during instability, financial uncertainty, global health crises, climate anxiety, political division, rapid AI development. They didn't grow up in perceived stability. They grew up in headlines. The phrase, "the future is uncertain," is not abstract to them. It's lived. And when the future feels unstable, the brain struggles to plan long-term. This leads to two common behaviors. 1. Hyperproductivity, trying to secure control. 2. Avoidance, feeling overwhelmed and withdrawing. Both are anxiety responses. One fights, one freezes, but both come from the same root: uncertainty. Infinite scroll environments condition short attention cycles. Apps are engineered for reward unpredictability. This is called variable reinforcement, the same psychological principle used in gambling systems. You scroll. Maybe something amazing appears, maybe not, but the possibility keeps you engaged. The brain adapts to constant stimulation. Over time, silence feels boring, boredom feels uncomfortable, discomfort feels threatening, so stillness becomes rare. But without stillness, the nervous system never fully resets. Chronic stimulation equals chronic low-level anxiety. Not panic, not breakdown, just background tension, and background tension becomes identity. Gen Z is the most digitally connected generation, yet reports high loneliness rates. Why? Because connection is not the same as proximity. The body regulates safety through physical signals, eye contact, facial microexpressions, touch, shared physical space. Text lacks these cues. Even video calls are filtered versions of presence. So while socially active, many still feel unseen, and loneliness activates the same neural pathways as physical pain. The body doesn't treat isolation lightly, so anxiety rises, not because they are weak, but because their nervous system lacks full regulation. Gen Z was told, go to school, get degrees, build skills, hustle. But they've also seen degrees not guarantee stability, jobs disappear, industries automate, housing costs rise, so effort no longer guarantees security. This creates performance anxiety, because now success feels like survival, not ambition, survival. And when survival feels tied to achievement, rest feels dangerous. So even downtime produces guilt. Guilt produces stress. Stress produces anxiety. There's another layer. Gen Z talks openly about mental health. They name patterns, diagnose symptoms, share experiences. This is progress, but hyper-awareness can also amplify focus. When you constantly monitor your internal state, you notice every fluctuation, every heartbeat, every mood shift, every intrusive thought, and attention magnifies sensation. So awareness, without regulation tools, can increase anxiety. Naming something doesn't always calm it. Sometimes it sharpens it. If we strip everything down, the root trigger is this: unrelenting exposure. Exposure to comparison, exposure to judgment, exposure to instability, exposure to information, exposure to performance metrics. The human nervous system evolved for rhythm. Threat, calm, threat, calm. Gen Z experiences threat, 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 even if subtle, even if digital, even if symbolic. The brain doesn't distinguish well between physical danger and social danger, and social danger is constant. So anxiety isn't irrational, it's adaptive. But adaptation, prolonged, becomes chronic stress. When you see Gen Z, avoid phone calls, overthink texts, cancel plans, seek reassurance, switch careers quickly, struggle with long-term commitment. Instead of asking, what's wrong with them? Ask, what are they adapting to? Behavior is not random. It's strategy, sometimes conscious, sometimes unconscious. Anxiety is not a personality. It's a survival pattern. Gen Z anxiety is not weakness. It's a nervous system raised inside acceleration, inside visibility, inside unpredictability, inside endless comparison. They are not fragile. They are overstimulated, and when you understand the environment, you understand the behavior. Because intent is never random. It's shaped. And once you see the pattern, you stop judging the reaction. You start questioning the system.